Hello, good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here one more time. This is my pleasure. Thank you so much, guys, to be here today, and all the people who are listening this channel today. My name is Miss Luisa Casadiego. As you know, I work as an English teacher here in UPAR System, and fortunately, we are here in a English radio podcast for you guys. And today we have, as always, special guest. And this is Miss Gianna from Trinidad y Tobago. Thank you so much, Miss Gianna, for coming today and join this English radio podcast. This is a activity created, and this is a space created for the English upper system students. And of course, we have another special guest, and is an active English program student. And this is Gianfranco. Thank you so much, Gianfranco, for coming today. And first of all, please introduce yourself, of course, Miss Gianna.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here. So I'm Miss Dejana. And I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. For those of you who don't know where Trinidad and Tobago is, it's two islands in the Caribbean right next to Venezuela. And we speak English. It's our native language. And I am an English teacher here in Colombia. I currently work in Gimnasio Bilingüe Jean Piaget.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so over here, Franco.
Hi, my name is Gianfranco. I've been studying here in UPAR System almost 1 year, and today I am delighted to be here with another guest, so I can improve my English.
Okay, thank you. Delighted. That's a good word.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Gianfranco and Miss Gianna. So basically, guys, we're going to have a very funny interaction. And of course, we're going to ask you some questions. We want to know about your country, about your culture, about your experience in this country, of course, in this city, working as an English teacher and a bilingual school. So first of all, I want to ask you about your country. As you know, as you mentioned before, a few minutes, you mentioned that not a lot of people know a lot because of your country, about your country. And tell us a little bit more about your country, Trinidad y Tobago.
Sure. So like I said, it's two islands. It's really small. It's probably the size of Bogota. And it's a Caribbean island. We are known for our carnival. I know you guys have carnival here as well in Barranquilla. And we speak English. There are no other languages. There is English Creole that we speak. So if you hear someone from Trinidad speaking naturally, you will probably ask yourself, is that English? But it is English, but it sounds different. There's a slightly different structure to it.
Like the accent?
Yeah, the accent.
And the structures, like grammatics?
It changes.
It changes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can you please show us how
Sure.
the Trinidad and Tobago English sounds?
Okay, because yes, I make my English neutral when I come to Colombia. And for example, we might say, I'm going down the road. What did I say?
What was that? Can you please repeat it, please?
I'm going down the road. I'm going down the road.
And what that means?
I'll come back just now. It means I'm going out. I'm going right there. Or I could be going to a different city, but I'm going out, basically.
Okay, nice.
So I'm going down the road. But I'm going down the road.
Okay. It's not too different,
Exactly. So it is English, but it's just has the accent change. We break down the words. The changes to D.
Okay.
So that's something not even Trinidadians realize, that we speak a different language,
Mm-hmm.
a different variation of English. But yeah, because I learned
Okay.
about it when I studied linguistics, that this what we
Okay.
speak it has its own structure. It's a whole system.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
No, I feel that, well, I've I haven't heard too much about that, so but I really wish to hear a little bit more, to
Okay.
feel familiar a little bit more with that accent. But it's
Uh-huh.
great.
Okay. We also have our own words, our own vocabulary, but that comes with any culture, right?
Okay, just like every country that has
Yes.
its own words.
Yes. For example, I'll teach you one word.
Mm-hmm.
Bacchanal. Bacchanal.
Bacchanal.
That's just a Trinidadian word, bacchanal. That means basically drama. So if someone comes here right now and they are fighting or something, you say, "Oh, bacchanal. Bacchanal is happening."
Okay.
Yeah. We also use the word lime a lot. I think that's
But it's a negative word. It's something, a negative situation.
mostly, yeah. And you know the fruit lime?
Uh-huh.
The fruit
Yeah.
lime, we use it as a verb. So we say, I going to a lime. I am going to a lime. I'm going to a gathering.
Okay. Okay. You're
Or we're
talking the
liming.
fruit like lemon?
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay,
Yes.
nice.
So it's the gathering, the noun,
Mm-hmm.
a lime or a verb. I'm liming.
Okay, that's new words.
Yes. Trinidadian vocabulary.
I hope I don't forget it to teach the new words to my students.
But you have to specify that it's from Trinidad.
Okay.
Yes.
So you just say the word Trinidad, not Trinidad and Tobago when you want to refer to that country.
Me, yes, because I'm from the island of Trinidad.
Oh.
So although it's one country, it's two islands, and the bigger island is Trinidad, and that's where I'm from. So I say Trinidad.
You know, I'm a big fan of geography, and I feel very happy whenever I'm learning new people from other countries. I've met people from Middle East, you know, from Asia, and I always asked them I've always asked them questions about that country, because
Right.
I'm very curious.
Nice, yeah.
So like, what's the most, or what is the biggest ethnicity in that country?
In Trinidad,
Yeah,
we have a lot of East Indians.
East Indians. Oh.
Yes. So we're very mixed. I'm mixed. So we have Africans, Indians, we have Europeans. We have a bit of everything. We call ourselves a rainbow nation because we have everyone. Like Colombia. Colombia is
Mhm.
pretty mixed as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like the most of the Caribbean island.
Exactly.
Mhm.
By the way, when you got here to Colombia, how do you feel here?
At first, I was scared because it was the first time I came to Colombia. It was my first time living alone. But it was also exciting because I always loved Spanish. So it was my way to immerse myself in the language and learn the language better, improve my Spanish.
Okay, nice. And what is the most important strategy for you to improve your Spanish? What do you do? I guess that it's your work. It's your work as a teacher, right?
Honestly, my work has not allowed me to improve my
Okay.
Spanish because I'm not supposed to speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fact that I'm in the country, so everything else,
Mm-hmm.
my life, I go to the grocery, I need to ask something. Where do you have this? Where is this? Or do you know where I can get this done? I have to speak Spanish because no one's going to
Yes.
understand me in English. So that forcing yourself to use the language really, really helps you learn.
You have
it.
to for survival.
Yes. And definitely Barranquilla was the first city I lived in. And after that trip was when I gained the confidence to say, yes, I speak Spanish. But before I was like, yeah, I know Spanish.
Okay.
But now, yes. So immersion.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, watch movies, listen to music, anything you can in the language.
Exactly.
It really helps.
Yeah, it helps
Yes.
to improve or to how to learn to speak a language.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, one of the things that made me improve my English was making art. Like
Really?
I've written poems, stories in books. You know, I've never made music, but I've made videos to with some friends, and that helped me too much.
Okay.
He's an artist.
Yes, I find that very
Probably.
interesting. Do you have a poem on you that we can hear?
In English or Spanish?
In English?
Oh yeah, actually I remember the first one I wrote. It was something like, it's so loud out there, thou I'm feeling silence and emptiness somewhere, in my soul, in my heart, in my body. I don't know exactly, but the answer is in nobody. I know that I am the only one who can help me. What a surprise. It might sound easy, but it comes with a great price. The price of will and the right attitude. For we are the architects of our own misfortune.
I love it.
I didn't know it. Oh my gosh. I didn't know it. I haven't heard his poem before. Nice. Good job.
Yes.
What is your talent? What is your additional talent?
I would say my talent is singing. I really like singing.
Really?
I think I'm good at singing. Yeah.
Nice. You want to sing something for us?
Go ahead.
Do you
go
have
ahead.
a song recommendation? I'm shy.
Come on. Don't be shy.
I'll sing what you sang a few
Mhm.
minutes ago. Just one line. Me
Okay.
tengo que ir.
Nice.
I've-
Spanish.
Yes.
I've noticed your, what's the name of this?
My earrings.
Your
Earrings.
earrings.
Yes.
That reminds me that Miss Luisa and I are delighted to share something with you.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm excited. Aww.
Nice. It's for you.
Thank you.
Take it as a reminder of how kind we are and how beautiful this country is.
Yes. I'll open it now.
Yeah,
It's a
if you
reminder.
want.
Nice. Good word. It's a reminder for you to know how beautiful, how kind the people is here, and how thankful we are that you're here with us.
Yeah, actually, those gifts are inspired in the Vallenato culture. Are you immersed in that topic, in that area?
I actually left the city during the Vallenato Festival because
Oh my God.
I came to Valledupar saying I don't like Vallenato music, but I think I've reached the point where I like Vallenato music now. So I know
You
what
like
is.
it?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful music, actually. I do. Of course, we do. We like it too
Yes.
much, of course. Um,
By the way, that remind me a question, because here in Valledupar, or well in Colombia, vallenato is part of a Colombian culture. But what is the music that represents Trinidad?
Trinidad and Tobago has soca music, which is more party music. So you'll hear soca music throughout the whole of the carnival season, which tends to be February, March. And we also have calypso music that's from Trinidad.
Calypso.
Calypso,
Nice. To
yes.
dance. Do you know how to dance calypso?
No, Calypso is more storytelling. So it
Okay.
tells like the history of the country. Soca is what really Trinidadians dance to.
Soca?
Soca.
Okay.
It's more upbeat. So it's very party.
It's to dance.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Tell me something a little bit more about the food. Do you like Colombian food or?
I do. I discovered arepa boyacense in Bogota, and I fell in love. And I'm looking for that here in Valledupar. I don't
It's
know.
difficult.
Yes.
I don't think you can find that
No.
here in Valledupar, but you can find it different types of maybe with cheese.
That's the thing. I never liked arepas, but that specific arepa, I love. What else do I love? Salchipapas.
Salchipapa forever. I'm a
Forever
salchipapa
and
lover
ever.
too, of course.
Yes.
We can try it
Yes.
some these days.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh well.
What do you? Was there another Colombian food that you recommend for me?
Colombian food.
Because I'm a really picky eater, so I tend to not
Mhm.
try a lot of new things. But
Well, every country in Latin America have or has their own way of cooking sancocho, but you have to try Colombian sancocho. That, well, what my grandmother used to cook for me was special for me. I want you to try some coast soul sancocho from the coast.
Ah.
Yeah,
okay,
you'll like it.
Yeah, I guess that is like the typical dish here
right.
in the coast, La Costa.
Mm-hmm.
It's typical, and it's
Okay.
nice. You like it?
Sorry.
Do you like it, sancocho? Have you tried sancocho before?
I think I have tried it before, but at the time I wouldn't have known what it was. It's a type of soup, right?
Yeah.
The thing
Mhm.
is, where I was working before, they gave us a lot of soup for lunch, but I never knew what
Okay.
I was eating.
Okay.
So I'm sure at some point I ate sancocho.
Okay. It's not just
But-
the soup. It comes
Okay.
with rice,
Ah, yes, then yes. I've tried
with
it.
more, and
Oh.
Beef,
avocado,
no?
aguacate,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
agua panela.
Okay.
Oh, well, I have a question.
Sure.
Because we have, that food that we can live without. We need to eat everyday rice, and we need to drink coffee every day.
Yeah.
So, in Trinidad, is there any food like this that you can't live without?
Doubles. Doubles.
Doubles.
Doubles.
Doubles. Yes.
What is that?
Doubles it's a street food.
Okay.
You can compare it to an arepa for
Okay.
the shape, the form, how it is.
Mhm.
So it's that flour based, and you put chana, which is chickpeas,
Mm-hmm.
and a sweet sauce, which could be mango,
Okay.
mango chutney, a tamarind, and what? And cucumber, sliced
Cucumber.
Mhm. And some people put pepper, but I'm not much of a pepper eater.
My God, that sounds very healthy.
It's not healthy because it's very oily,
Oh.
Okay.
but
Is it spicy,
I
the
love it.
sauce?
it depends on the person who makes it.
Okay.
And if you can also put pepper on it if you want.
Yeah, actually, I've heard that Trinidad and Tobago have the spiciest peppers in the world. One of the spicers.
The
Peppers in the world.
hottest pepper. Yes.
Do you like it? Like spicy?
I don't know. I don't like
No?
spicy. No.
At all? Just
At
not
all.
at all.
So my dad's side of my family is Indian, and when I was younger and we would go to family events,
Mhm.
everything was pepper, 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 hot, hot, hot.
Okay.
So I just remember my childhood eating because
very
yes,
hot.
Yes, they love pepper, but me no.
Okay. I like it, but just a little bit.
A little bit is okay,
Mhm.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what any other countries have you visited besides Colombia?
I visited Peru.
Peru.
I lived in Canada and South Africa. And I visited some other Caribbean islands on vacation, like St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Curacao. Yep. I've visited Tobago,
Mhm.
which for Trinidadians, that's a vacation, going to Tobago, our own country.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
And what is the best experience for you? What is the best place to live in the countries that you have lived before?
I love Colombia, I have to say
Of
that.
course, number one, of course.
Yes. I would say that Peru was really, really beautiful. But I think I want to spend my life in Colombia. Colombia has my heart.
Nice. I like
Colombia.
you even more now.
Ah. And Colombia has salchipapa.
Of course, salchipapa. And tell me about the people. What is the how can the people change through countries?
That's another thing about Colombians. Colombians
Mhm.
are probably the friendliest people I've ever met.
Okay.
Sometimes it's even overbearing for me
Mm-hmm.
because you always want to know everything. How are you? What happened? Did you sleep okay? Every last detail. I'm like, okay, yes, that's enough.
Okay.
But yeah, I think South Africa was also shocking in the sense
Mhm.
of their diversity, which
Okay.
is a whole different thing with their history, and they have a lot of tribes, and each tribe has their own language. One thing I liked about South Africa is that they can speak to each other in their own languages and they understand each other. Yeah, but Colombia has my heart.
Nice.
Yes.
Colombia number one. That's
Yes,
nice. I like it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Actually, I'm really proud of my country. I like Colombia.
Mm,
People is kind.
definitely.
But basically, I was watching a video of foreign people saying that the people here, people in Colombia is kind, which is nice, but it's too much kind. It's too much. It's kind of weird of the foreign people when they come here.
Yeah,
They think it's something strange, like, oh my gosh, not too much.
it's definitely a shock.
Yeah.
And another thing is that people here tend to be grateful, very grateful. Even to ChatGPT, we say thank you to ChatGPT. Oh my God.
Yeah, true.
That's funny.
Oh, what about sports? What is the most popular sport there?
Since I'm not a sporty person, I'm not sure, but I think the most popular sport in Trinidad is cricket.
Cricket.
Uh-huh. We play football too, or American soccer, but cricket. We play a lot of cricket.
Oh,
Nice. That's
And
nice.
What's the most popular sport in Colombia? Football.
Football, for
yeah,
sure.
Football and also volleyball.
Mm.
But
Yes.
most popular is football. Yeah.
Okay.
We even have a Cup American.
Right. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And also basketball. Don't you play basketball there?
There are people who play basketball.
Actually, I am a basketball player.
Okay.
After
Right.
this radio podcast, I'm going to train with my team.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, he's an artist and also he's a basketball player
And bilingual.
and bilingual.
Yeah.
Nice.
And next, a teacher.
A teacher.
Right.
Are you a teacher?
Likely.
Likely.
Coming soon.
Coming
Coming
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be an English teacher when he grows up.
Yeah.
And can I ask, how old are you right now?
What? Come again?
How old are you?
I'm 18 years.
Okay. And how long have you been studying English?
Almost 2 years, but I started to study English hardly last year with Miss Luisa.
Okay.
He studied with the good base
Yeah.
but he has been improving his English skills. Of course, with me, with the
Of
best
course.
English teacher ever.
Yes.
And the path has been very interesting. The way that he can be, improving the English skills, and that's the main idea.
Yes.
And that's the idea, basically, of these activities, which is nice. And I'm very proud of you, by the way. Have I tell you before?
Yeah, every time you can, every time you remember. Thank you so much.
Actually, in the last English,
First,
in the English Fest, which is the
each
country cultural fest, that was the last semester. The topic of the event was United States,
United States,
and
we had to represent any state from U.S. And well, I represented Massachusetts because that's the state where basketball was invented and volleyball. So that seemed interesting for me. So I wanted to talk about it. And she encouraged me to perform a big character through history. Have you heard about Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Well, that was amazing, and I want to thank her.
it was a
because-
great experience.
Yes, I can.
You will never forget it, for sure.
Yeah.
He represented the speech.
The
I
speech.
Have a Dream of Martin
Oh,
Luther King
amazing.
last semester.
Yeah.
And actually, it was a mistake. He was the winner. By the way, he was the winner, but the judges didn't found his name on the list.
I know.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But after the event, the judges was talking to him, and they were like, "You were the winner. Oh my God, that was a big mistake." But he knows that he was the winner, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. Once you know, congratulations.
Thank
Do you remember the speech?
Yeah, actually, yes. I got a good memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God. No, so, well, it starts saying like something like,
Just a little bit, don't worry.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down history as the biggest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. 100 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Nice. Okay.
Just a little bit, just a part.
Yeah.
It was nice because he was, like in the past, not in the present, he was very shy. It was a challenge. It was a
Yeah.
challenge for me too, to teach him with the body expressions and the intonation, pronunciation, all the work that we did with that,
Yes.
and the results was amazing. It was a nice experience, mostly for him,
Yes.
of course, and of
And-
course for me as a
And of
teacher.
course, yes.
Yeah.
And it's a very powerful speech. So
Yeah, it's powerful. Yeah, it's full of power. Exactly.
I've always said if you have the ability to inspire other people as a teacher, it's like a superpower, because I've never taught.
Oh, thank you.
I've never taught in front of a lot of people like I did that day, and it was the first time, and I did spectacular. It was amazing.
How did you feel yourself when you were in the speech and the whole people were looking at you?
Honestly, I didn't know that many people will congratulate. Will say me congratulations. That was amazing. I didn't know that, and that made me feel happy. To be honest.
I bet. That's great.
And you were nervous when you were performing the speech?
Of course. But I have a fun fact about it. You know, we have a teacher who is the oldest teacher in this new system, and I even saw him crying He was crying, you know, Mr. Jainer.
Oh,
Yeah.
was he crying?
Yeah, I was inspired.
Teacher Jainer, if you're listening this, I didn't know that you were crying.
And I have proofs because I have the video. I was focused in the speech, and I looked at him, and he was crying, and I couldn't help but
Oh my
smile.
gosh.
Oh my
You
God.
made teacher Jainer cry. I didn't know that it's something that I didn't expect it. I'm surprised. That was nice. This is nice. I want to ask you, both of you guys, first what is your best advice or advices that you can give to all our English students who are studying and who are giving their best to improve their English skills, or maybe to try to speak English?
Practice, 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 practice.
Practice,
Yes.
right?
And don't ever doubt yourself. I think that's what holds back a lot of people, that they doubt themselves and they're ashamed to make a mistake. No, but you have to make mistakes in order to learn. That's why you're studying English. So just make the mistake. That's how you're gonna know, okay, this is not it. It's like this. Just do it confidently.
Confidently.
Yes.
Nice.
It's worth it. At the end, it really is worth it. I know, because I also studied a language. I studied Spanish. And I was shy at first, but once you put the shame aside, you just try, you practice, you do your best. It's gonna pay off.
Yeah, practice. That's exactly the same that I
Yeah.
that I told to my students. Thank you so much. And
You're
you, as a student, what is your best advice that you can give to your mates, your classmates, to keep?
Well, it's
learning.
similar. It's similar, like she said. I want to quote Kobe Bryant. He once said that discipline beats talent. Consistency in discipline it's the most important thing when you want to achieve something. And consistency.
Consistency.
Yes.
Yes.
It is very important. It is a very long path.
But you also need a motivation, because if you don't have motivation, how are you supposed to learn something? You need both discipline and motivation.
That's true. Yeah.
And that is a very important word, motivation. And that's another question. What motivates you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
What motivates me?
Yeah, to do your work. What motivates you? What is your biggest dream?
Okay. I love this question because I'm currently working on a video to submit into a competition where I explain what teaching English in a foreign country means to me. And I have to add on to teach, explore, travel, and I added the word develop, because I'm developing myself. I'm learning a new culture. I'm developing my students. I'm helping them to develop themselves. And I feel like I'm developing the English-speaking world, the world in general, because English is a global language. It's used for many important things, businesses. And just knowing that I'm making that impact, no matter how small it is, that motivates me.
Awesome.
Yes. So
Great.
that's why I struggled a bit in preschool for a while, because they're young, they're now starting, they're now discovering themselves as human beings. And now you're putting this other language on them, and they are learning it, but you don't see it as much as in older students.
Okay.
So I started feeling more comfortable with the older students, because I can see that impact. But no, it's the impact that motivates me.
Okay, the impact. That's a very interesting and a good word, because that's you as a teacher. You cause that in your students,
Yes.
and you can make that your students never forget you.
That's the idea.
Yes, it's nice when I meet some students that I had, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and they are very excited and very happy to see you again, and
Yes.
that fits your heart in
Yes.
some way, and it's awesome. And this is our future English teacher. Um, and it's a question for you. We as a teachers, what motivates you to be a teacher?
Oh my God, that's a good question. What motivates me to be a teacher is because I don't know. I just feel happy teaching to other people. I just simply don't know, but I like it.
Yeah,
I-
teaching it's a passion. Do you feel that
yeah,
teach is your
it's
passion?
You know, life is too short to think about earning a lot of money. I just want to be a teacher one day and teach other people, because I really think that I have many things to teach and to give to the world. I know that I can't change the world, but I can change at least someone's world.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, really. And I know, and as you know, the current educational system is a little bit broken, and I
Mhm.
think I really think that I can change little things in my area.
Yes, of course, and that's a very nice answer, by the way.
Lovely. Yes. I love your
It is
answer.
lovely.
Great.
Nice. And you will achieve it for sure. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure that you will achieve it.
Yes.
And that's
hope,
nice.
thank you. And well, so do you have how old are you?
I am 25 years old.
25 years
Yes.
old. Oh,
Please don't ask me how old I am. Thank you.
you look like if you were in your 20s. I know. So when you had my age, what was you thinking about of your life? Like, you know, that typical question when you think, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with my life? You always knew that you wanted to be a teacher, or I don't know.
When I was younger, like 5, 6, 7, 8, I wanted to be a teacher, but then afterwards I figured, no, but everyone wants to be a teacher. What do I really want to be? But like I said, I loved languages. I studied French, but I didn't practice, so I lost it. Practice.
Okay, practice.
And then I studied Spanish, and I just kept going, and I wanted to be a translator. But I realized that my motivation was, oh, they pay translators really good, was money. And then, so I was still trying to figure out, what do you really want, Dejana? What do you want? And I came across a teaching English as a foreign language course. I did the course, and I realized, this is for me. I have to teach English. This is my life right here in front of me. And
Okay.
so I continued. I took it seriously, and here I am in Colombia teaching
Yeah.
English.
My God.
Yes.
Exactly.
You are living the dream of maybe a lot of people, likely.
Probably.
Oh, but what about you, Miss Luisa? The same question goes for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you always know that you wanted to be a teacher?
I do. Actually, I always knew since I was a very little girl that I wanted to be a teacher. Actually, when I was a little girl, my favorite game when I was playing was to be a teacher with my sisters. I have 2 sisters. I'm the middle one. I have an older and a younger sister. And I remember that we put the dolls on the bed, and they were the students, and and yeah, I realized like a project of my life that I wanted to be a teacher. I think that when I was a little girl, I think, and it's a good choice actually. It's a good work. It's nice. It's funny. Every single day is
It's rewarding.
exactly. You're learning every day from your students and
Yes.
from your job.
I find it interesting how I can look back now and see that I used to do the same thing, pretend to teach my dolls, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, it wasn't a coincidence then. I really was just meant to be a teacher. Yes, but it's great. It feels good.
And when did you realize that you wanted to be a teacher in a different country than yours?
Because I liked Spanish so much.
Okay.
So when I was in my university studying Spanish, at the end there was a program that allowed me to work in Colombia. And I never really thought about living in a different country or doing anything like that. But I did it, and like I said, it was my first time living alone, so it was scary, but I accomplished it, so I just kept going. And I'm still going.
So that was the first time living alone in a different country without your family.
Yes.
How was that?
Scary.
Scary.
Scary. Yes, but I just had to. I trusted myself. Put my timid personality aside. No more being shy.
Okay.
And
And it was a challenge,
Developed.
isn't it?
yes.
It must be.
Yeah.
I've never been in that situation before too. Not in a different country than mine. I live alone a very long time, but not in a different country where
Right.
people who you don't know nothing, maybe language, culture.
Mhm. I have to thank my mom because she did come with me for a week, I think.
Okay.
When I first came, so at least I didn't travel by myself. She came, she settled me in, and she saw, okay, you can handle your
can handle it.
stories. Yes, you're gonna be okay.
Oh
And
my
I cried. I
gosh.
cried when she left. The day she left me.
Wow.
But
That must be really, really hard for your mom.
as well, yes.
Oh my God.
But we talk every single day. She knows my every move.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I can't even imagine to leave my baby, my daughter alone. And it must be very hard for your mom. So, greetings for your mom. It must it should be very hard for your mom. But it was a great choice for her because it was the best way for you to learn and to move forward in your dream.
Exactly.
Nice.
It's great.
Oh, I can't help but stop looking at your earrings because they have the flag of Trinidad and Tobago.
Is that a flag?
It is the flag.
Nice.
Yes, and now I have my Colombian.
Yeah, you like it?
Especially vallenato.
Yes. My
You like it?
I do. I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
nice.
for I have the next question. What is the representation of those colors in your flag?
Ooh, that's a difficult question.
Oh my God! Don't you know? If you
Do you
don't
know the answer, by the way?
I do not know the answer.
No, that
At one point, I would have known the answer in my social
Okay.
studies class in secondary school.
Okay. You
Well,
were, I
it's-
guess you were sick that
Mo-
day. And
No, I knew it. I knew it then, but I forgot.
mostly they are related to the independence, likely. For example, in Colombian flag is the yellow represents riches.
gold?
Yes, no,
The gold.
yes, the gold,
Mhm.
the riches because the riches of the country.
Mhm.
Okay.
The blue,
The blue represents the oceans and the
oceans and the sky, like the sky.
yeah.
The blue of the
And-
oceans and sky. And the red,
And the red
one.
represents the blood for those people who died in the independence of the
Mhm.
country.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
our red has something to do with blood as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know the
It's kind of it's creepy, but it's true.
Yes.
Mm. Oh, you said that you've been before in Barranquilla, then in Valledupar, right?
Yes. I was in Barranquilla, then Bogota, then
Oh,
Valledupar.
Bogota. So you out. Because I hope you can visit other places here in Colombia, because they're so different compared one to each others.
They are, yes.
For example, in the northern area, it's different from here to the coast, and also to the Andean area. So I
Okay.
hope you can visit them.
Me too. One day I'll get to each city of Colombia.
This is the Valledupar is the only city that you have been that you know, or have you visited a different city in Colombia?
No, I lived in Barranquilla
Okay.
for 10 months, and then I lived in Bogota for 6 months.
Okay. Bogotá, Barranquilla.
That's it.
And how
I
long-
visited Santa Marta.
And
for
how
2
long have
days.
you been here in Valledupar?
4 months. I've been
4
here for
months.
4
4
months.
months?
Yes.
Okay.
So in total, you have been like in 18 months in Colombia.
Mhm.
18 or
Yes.
yeah, something like 1 year and a half.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Well, guys,
Be sure to visit Trinidad.
yeah.
y-
One day, hopefully I will visit Trinidad y Tobago. I'm invited.
Yes.
I don't know
You're both
you,
invite-
Franco,
you're both
but
invited.
I'm invited to Trinidad y Tobago. No, I've always wanted to visit that Caribbean island. I think it should be very
too, yeah.
very beautiful country.
Yes, yes.
so I wanted to visit from Caribbean. I wanted to visit Puerto Rico and Cuba, but now I want to visit Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Trinidad
And
and
Trinidad
Tobago.
y Tobago.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss Dijana.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Franco, for coming, for
was a
being
pleasure.
here. It was a very, very great time. I had a great time. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really grateful to both of you for your time. And this is a very, very interesting activities for our students.
Yes.
And do you have maybe a last question, something to share, something to say to our student community?
Keep practicing. And if you are ever in Trinidad and Tobago, make sure to look for me so we can lime.
Nice.
Yes.
What about you, Mr. Gianfranco?
Oh well, I am a person of I don't know how to say really
Something? I don't know.
something. Yeah.
Thanks or something like that.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. It was fun.
And I hope it can motivate you to keep learning English so you can visit other countries like Canada, Peru, and other countries from all around the world like she did. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your words, Franco. And I want to thank you, of course, the last but not least, our journalist team who made this possible, who made this activity possible. Thank you so much, guys, for this space. And yeah, thank you, all of you. And we hope to be here again in the next episode of this English
Podcast.
radio podcast. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.